Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone is doing well. Um, Wanted to get a chance to connect with everyone here on Facebook and kind of see what everyone's going on, and share with you a couple ideas on this idea of confidence. I'm here back in Chicago, actually, which is a rare thing for me now. It feels almost like I'm never here anymore. But I wanted to connect on a couple ideas. I hear so many people, like I'm looking out and talking to so many people on a day-to-day basis, and so many people struggle with challenges, and it's hard. I mean, it's hard listening to people and some of the struggles that they go through with their life. If you're here, let me know where you're from and what part of the world you're chiming in from, and what your name is, so I can at least introduce you to the group. But it's so hard. Hey, Teresa, how are you? It's so hard watching people struggle with all these circumstances in their life and what they got going on, and you hear it, and it's kind of like a weird position, I guess, for me, where I hear it and I see it and I see what people struggle with, and they're almost blind to it, right? They're almost blind to these ideas of struggle, and they keep saying, and the world has taught everyone, and they've taught everyone that it's a lack of confidence. You got to be more confident. How many people have you heard that bullshit, right? You got to be more confident. You got to be more confident in your life. And it's because you have a lack of confidence. And I hear this all the time, and people say this to me. They say, well, I need more confidence, Dr. Trivedi, to go get what I want in life. Maybe it's to make more money. Maybe it's to go do more things. Maybe it's to create more success in your life, or whatever you perceive as success. But they say that the more confident I am, the more I'll be able to do things. And I can tell you that confidence is a byproduct. It's not reality. It's a symptom. And I'm going to share that here in a little bit. I'll explain to you why. But when you have a lack of confidence, you're afraid of your own shadow. And what I mean by that is this: I'm not trying to be demeaning by any capacity, but you're always looking around. You're always afraid of what the next step is going to be. You're afraid of the future in every capacity. You're afraid of stepping into yourself, and I guess as the sun comes up, into your own light of what you are, because you're afraid of what people are going to say, what society is going to think, who you're going to become, what is going to be the issue, and that confidence stops. And you say, well, I still need more confidence. Here's the challenge, is many of you go into business thinking, okay, well, I'm going to go into business, and I'm going to start a business, and I'm going to make more money, and it's going to show up. Confidence will automatically show up when I start making more money. And it just doesn't work that way. It's backwards. Confidence doesn't show up when you have more money. More money shows up when you have more confidence. And so people in society, and everyone teaches you just to be more confident. Just step up. Put your shoulders up and chest back, or chest up and shoulders back, and stand up more confidently. Sure, that can play a physiologic effect, and it can have some short-term dopamine effect, but it's not a long-term solution, because your posture will not stay there. How many times has your mother told you, sit up straight, sit up straight? Doesn't work. Why is it that you go down like this? Because that confidence is a symptom. And it's a symptom of not knowing who you really are, and understanding your own individual values and your own individual life. And here's what happens: when you understand your values, understand who you are, your confidence skyrockets. The people around you, the places, the people you interact with. You don't need to do anything. It's amazing, like, when you look at relationships, talk to a lot of people about relationships as well, and who are single, and they're looking for a mate. They say, what's the most important characteristic that you look for in a man or a woman? Self-assurance and confidence is always by far the best. And if you're more confident and self-assured, then you get more things, you do more things, you value yourself. All that doesn't come from confidence. It comes from knowing yourself. Because when you are true to yourself, what happens is your life begins to transform around you. You don't worry about what people say. You don't worry about what people think. You just appreciate yourself for who you are. You're grateful for the life you get to live, and not subordinating your life to someone else's idealisms. You're not looking to be somebody else. You're rather looking to be yourself. But if you don't, what happens is that you start looking at other people and wishing you were like them, or had what they had. And when you try to be somebody other than yourself, and you try to go out and try to subordinate to someone else, what it does inside you, it opens up the feelings of self-resentment, the self-guilt, the shame that I'm not good enough. Maybe your mother told you that. Maybe your father told you that. Maybe your uncle, your aunt, or some teacher told you that when you were a kid, that you may not be, or you perceived it at that point in time. But that has been running the neurochemical story within your entire life. And if you don't clear it, it in essence becomes your pattern of physiology. It becomes the pattern of your life. And it can change. It can transform in the ounce of a moment. I had a woman I worked with yesterday. She had a story for 35 years of her life of something that was truly traumatic. That if something was, if I told you about it, like I'm not at liberty to share it, but if I told you, you'd say, "Oh my God, that's the most horrific thing on the planet." And I have client after client that says things like that. And in a matter of short periods of time, those things disappear and their life transforms. How is it that when you look at our Facebook page, that people are saying, "I had a call with Trivedi and my life is completely transformed. I went to a seminar and literally in 10 hours, this guy has transformed the trajectory of my life." It's because we're not basing it on bullshit. What I'm talking about is not about theory. It's about science. It's about effective practices. And it's effectively going in and changing the neurology of your brain. And that's why it works. But what I'm saying is that if you don't do that, unfortunately, even personal development, you're going to keep playing the stories. You're going to try and feel confident, be confident, and all that stuff, and fake yourself into it. I challenge you enough to say that what if you can do it authentically? Because the solution is this: is authentic understanding of yourself is the answer. But most people are searching to try and solve the symptom. You're trying to take an Advil for cancer, and it just doesn't work. And the cancer is not knowing who you are. And I don't mean that literally. I'm just obviously saying the magnitude of the problem is far deeper than covering the symptom. That's what I'm trying to say with that. But if the magnitude of what you have going on is that rich, and you just cover a symptom with an Advil by exercising or running into, trying to just eat right or meditate and all that shit. I mean, it's all good. Don't get me wrong. I do it all too. But it's not the solution. That's how people manage their life, not live their life. There's a difference. There's a vast difference. And I teach people how to live their life. So all I can tell you is this, is that if you're suffering from a lack of confidence and a lack of, stepping into your power, I challenge you enough to get on a call with me. Get on a call with one of my teammates and see what they say. See, they've been trained by me to help you kind of open up and see what the cause of things are. Because if you can understand that, then you can create success in your life. So go to alignedmastery.com if that's something you're looking to do. If not, I'll catch you on another video. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.